I nod my head along, even though I have heard this a million times. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Grinchmas Day 10, aka 545 Live, aka this live thing that Audra and I do twice a week. And we have a very, very special guest with us whose name has already made me cackle. This is Yolanda, or Flops What Yolanda, deeper skin tone on YouTube. One half of the Sis Haven podcast, also on YouTube. And we're so happy to have Yolanda on tonight. So
we are. I'm so excited.
Went from like a viewer and fan to a friend, a kind of newfound creator. I have so much love for Yolanda. And Yolanda came to us with a great idea, and that was what would we what like 5 products we would make if we owned our own makeup brand. So that's the concept for tonight. But I also just wanted to welcome everyone. If you're watching live, thank you for hanging out with us. We had some dog drama, not drama, but just some dog Bo being Bo, slowing us up a little bit. Welcome Isabel and Ageless Beauty and PlayPay and Daisy and Elise and Angie and Alex, and I saw other Alex, sincerely Alex and Alex the Alchemist in here.
You said Alex.
Or if you've ever played Among Us with us, there is real Alex, which is sincerely Alex, which also made Alex Alchemist claim the Alpha Alex role, which rightfully so. So Alpha Alex.
You're gonna bring up my Among Us shame here? Like, damn.
People, you have created interest for Among Us from people that had no interest in it previously. Cecily and Ryan and so many of our regulars. I'm sorry if I missed your name. Y'all are all amazing. That was Tyrion doing Tyrion thing, walking across the screen. But thank you all for being here live. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching whenever it is. Thank you for following this Grinchmas adventure that I've been on for 10 days now. Wow, it felt longer than that.
It does feel longer.
Audra's doing live, Gothmas Live, as she puts it. And Yolanda, I'm not going to put anything out there that you don't want, but it sounds like you might have something.
I'm going to do a 12 days thing. Yeah, I'm going to do a 12 days thing. I am. So I am planning that out. I'm going to be good and salty. I think that's where I'm at right now. As far as I wanted to start my channel with a whole bunch of positivity and love and light, but that's not where we are. I'm just mad. So I have a on my channel
and loving at the same time. It's okay. You just don't have to. They don't have to exist together. I have Yolanda's channel and the podcast linked in the description box. So if you're not already following, you should go follow because
you should.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Do you want to say anything or talk about the concept, or I'm gonna stop talking for a moment because I don't know.
Okay, so my favorite people here on the internet, Audra and Emily. I followed Emily first, way back in the when, and so my second video is something that I wanted to do for the longest time because I was like, this is where I live, getting ranty about makeup and playing bingo at the same time while drinking. Yes. Yeah. that would be my whole entire identity. It's a personality trait. So
I love that video.
So that's me and Emily.
Your video was great, and that is a editing gauntlet to jump into for your second video. So
it almost broke me. And then Audra, I found from another one of my favorite creators here, T from the nappy-headed jojoba.
Not nappy.
Not
jojoba.
Say it all one word. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
And so one day, and it was weird because I'm a bad audience member, but I generally don't take anybody's recommendation to watch a damn thing. I'm like, if I don't find you, then it's not worth it. But I clicked on Audra's channel and got hooked immediately. So instant subscribe. Yes, the flop sweat, because it's not going to be a good video if these titties ain't spritzing. Like, it's one of those things.
I feel like all of my videos are like that, where I'm like, it's really hot. Like, the amount of times I've had to edit that out now, where I'm just like complaining about why, like, I'm sweating. I'm already sweating.
I mean,
like
I think after the live stream on Tuesday, you're like, wow, my titties are sweating or something. And I was like,
I did. I was like, I'm sweating. Like, I just get so sweaty.
And I don't know what it is, because in general, like, if I'm not running, I don't sweat. I don't sit in my own sweat, but this nervousness is like, it's like,
I wish I literally could just breathe, and my body is like sweat, just sweating.
Sharon's so sweet. Sharon said, I hook my victims.
But yes, I'm really excited about this idea that you had, Yolanda. I just wanted to say that.
I am too. But wait, friend, I have to ask you something, Yolanda, because I wanted to ask you off of stream, but I'm going to ask you now because, like, we're here. Because you probably didn't see it on Twitter. So remember what, like a stream or so ago, I said I was going to start saying that I'm just pretty when somebody, like, when someone's trying to hit me up. I did it. I did it. Somebody said, how have you been? He messaged me, like, this guy messaged me and was like, how have you been? And I was like, pretty. He came back, he goes, you've been pretty, like, question mark. And I was like, yep. And he was like, haha, you are gorgeous. I've always loved your confidence.
I am finding it on Twitter. I found it. I'm going to link it in the chat, because everyone should like this tweet and follow Audra if you are not already. Because it was just like the perfect reaction. I was like, yeah,
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, you know, when people ask me about my goals and all, like, I just want to be pretty. I just want to be pretty.
But you're doing it. You're doing it. Money. You're doing it. You're like, well, I'm already pretty. Like, yes, Deja.
Yes.
So I'm sorry.
Yes. So the idea came to me, and it, like, you know, like the silly person that I am, I got on Marco Polo and I was like, I had an idea. So, and this isn't out the realm of, you know, Emily's response was that this isn't out of the realm of possibility, but 2021, 2022, because 2021 ain't going to be our year either, but let's say 2022, we start our own makeup brand. What are the 5 things that we have in that brand? See, Emily is talented. Audra is talented. I have money in my house.
You are talented as well. Don't even make me aggressive. Like, that is the theme of this community. It's aggressive love. Like, I'm going to aggressively love the bullshit out of you. So don't make me start. Not that I did.
You should see me when I'm trying to film, because the only thing is that I am terrible when I'm sitting by myself with the camera. Terrible. I just love that. Love that, Isabel. But yeah, so me by myself filming, I'm a foot, a slug. I don't have any personality whatsoever. But
excuse you.
No, I don't have in front of the camera. I have plenty of personality amongst friends.
Yes, you do.
Did you say that I liked your video?
Or two, I would not have watched 2 videos of yours if you had.
Yes. You have personality. Thank you. If I thought it was awful, I wouldn't have watched it. Even though you're my friend, I would be like, I love you.
Fired by lie. Yeah, like,
yeah.
You're like, yeah, it was great. It was great. Like,
you know how many people, like, I'm afraid to go watch their videos because I am not a good liar. Like, I'm afraid to watch. Like, it takes me a little bit to, like, I have to get to know people, and I'm afraid to watch because I'm like, what if I hate it? It all stems from living in LA. You know what I mean? Where everybody was in a band and they were like, come see my band. And I was like, ooh. And I go and I was like, oh.
Well, I feel like this is also the era of, like, social media has made everyone a lot of people think that they can be an influencer, but I think there's a difference between wanting to be an influencer and wanting to be a creator. And I think you are creating things.
Yeah, I want to make something. This is, you know, I'm not going to talk about what my channel is. But yeah, Olivia, like
this.
By the way,
that is
that's my sister's name too.
Which is amazing.
Voice of the Patriarchy is the name of my band.
Yeah. Actually, the soul of the Matrix, like you've like taken their soul and crushed it. I don't know. I'm thinking too much into it.
But I do want to create something. I want to do something.
Hey,
Speak of the devil.
No, I know.
You can just summon the devil just so easily, just like that.
I mean, we are with you, Audra. Your powers are strong.
Listen, nope. I am taking none of that, and if you do not stop it, I will leave this stream. I will leave. You know, I get like stressed out.
I'm gonna love train you into accepting your own damn growth. On that note, I should start drinking.
Audra,
my last drink.
But what did I tell you? What did I tell you a couple months ago? It can be done. You're like, no. And I was like, yes, it can. We're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there.
Just drink more wine.
You know what? Look, yeah, okay.
Okay. So yes, Yolanda, the idea is great, and I do think that even if we didn't, in like by 2022, like even if you're not creating your own brand, if you were to do a collab and they were like, okay, you can make we can make more than one product. They can be something, you know, like that's the other part of it. It's like your idea of like pick 5 products that you would have. That's pretty reasonable, like thing to consider, think about.
Yeah,
so
it really is. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to do. And if you know, listen, Linda, I have gaps in my
brands don't get their shit together. Like,
why is it all terrible? Why is it all terrible? I have a project. I have to spend $69 to keep my little tier at Ulta. And I cannot do it. I cannot find things that I want from Ulta.
Did you get vanilla? Did you get vanilla cleaning? Like the vanilla cleansing balm? That's like $24.
Yeah, get that. Do you like cream products? Because Ritual Defy, they have a small collection now at Ulta.
Yeah, like I've already been all over that site. Okay, I have a lot of Ritual Defy.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, I have a lot of Ritual Defy. Oh my goodness. When a brand snatches me, I will buy half the line just to do it. Like that's what I do. So I have like
I want like all Ritual. Like now that I have so much of it, I'm just like, okay, why have I been living my life without this? Because like, what?
I don't love the cream blushes I've gotten from them, but I will say Chimera, which I have on tonight, but I also have it layered with. I did double green gang highlighter, but this is really pretty. But the cream blushes, I have 2 of their Color Nectar blushes, and I don't know if I love applying them. I don't know if they're my favorites. So
I apply all of it with a finger, though.
Yeah, I'm a finger.
I finger push it,
so it all goes.
A finger fluck it.
Yeah, no.
I'm wearing. I think I have phosphine on with. I think a Wet n Wild highlighter that I have on. I have phosphine on top of the Wet n Wild, and how it looks wet.
But yeah, and then wait, were you gonna say you have gaps in your collection, Yolanda?
Well, so when I was thinking of the brand, I got really into it. So I'm sitting down and I'm making charts of like.
Oh my god! I knew you were gonna do this, and now I like feel woefully unprepared. Yolanda's gonna have well thought out shit.
Completely unprepared. I am.
I know what I want, but like I feel like Yolanda's
gonna have. That's why I didn't bombard you
together.
guys with the questions, because I actually did have the questions. You know, like one of the questions is, "This brand is for the person who," and finish the sentence. What does your packaging look like? I could do this all day long. I live half of my.
I mean, I love like marketing, packaging design, and creativity.
Yeah.
Like we could come back to this. We could do multiple streams on this.
I was thinking
for the BIPOC
creating a tag to do it. To like we're gonna flesh out this thing, but
yeah, because like mine is definitely for BIPOC goths, like for the BIPOC goths that have had a hard time, that have to go through all this bullshit, collecting stuff from here and here and here just to try to get a look together. And I want the people of color to have like a line of goth stuff, like a whole line that is for you, that is formulated with color in mind, with you having melanated skin, so that you look bomb all the time. So you can look as dark and creepy as you want, or if you want to be a pastel goth, you can do that too.
And mine would be
oh, go ahead, Yolanda.
Oh no, I was just saying that, like, for me, it's what I had to do today. The woman who has a costume change, or the person that has a costume change every 5 minutes. So, you know, my makeup has to play well with other makeup already on, so I can build on 2 things.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that, like, there are some brands that it reminds me of, but like done better, I would say. Because they're all brands that I'm not a huge fan of, but then I'm like, oh, but I could see that done in like a better way. I feel like if I had to, the colorful clown, my makeup is for the colorful clown. The modern clown. My makeup is for the modern clown. You like color, you'll wear it in different ways. You're not necessarily going to have color all over your face all the time, but you always have something that makes people go, what's going on there? There we go. The modern clown.
The colorful clown. I like the modern clown. My packaging, I think, like, I would definitely want like a tall, tattooed Black woman on it with an afro, you know, looking very like annoyed. But like also happy. Yeah, with an afro. Because, you know what, listen, the majority of the women in my family don't do afros well. Like, there's a few who do, but the majority of us, we just don't. Our hair, we don't have the same texture of hair. So I've always wanted to have an afro.
I'm already thinking of, like, when you have like different lines or different things, like you have your, like, the classic like goth Audra, but then you could have like artwork that's like the pastel goth Audra, where you have like, maybe it's a cotton candy fro and like your makeup is matching and your clothes are still goth, but they're like fitting in the different, like, you could change up seasonally. See, this is the thing, I love this shit. And like, sometimes I can't think about it for myself, but I think about it for other people. I'm like, oh yeah, like having a whole thing, costume.
Like, I would love to like collaborate with people, like persons of color all over the world, like Indigenous, Aboriginals in Australia and New Zealand, you know, all of that. And like, not just, obviously I said America, like I said BIPOC in America, but like, because I feel like one of the problems with the cultural appropriation with makeup is that, like, at no point were the people in question part of the collection. You just like slammed, you know, a Black woman on something, but you didn't consult a Black woman about the products, and you didn't ask them like what would be overstepping, and you didn't have them be the face of your campaign. So it's like, if I'm going to do something and I'm going to have, you know, let's say the Indigenous peoples of America, and have a, you know, collection that is based on that particular skin tone and like the varying tones that they have, I am going to have them being the ones creating said art, and they're going to be the ones representing the collection, like out there modeling, doing the shit like that's, and those are the creators I'm sending the stuff to. So I feel like each collection, I guess, that would come out would be specifically like set up, like, not that anybody couldn't buy it, but if I sent it to creators, it would be only to those creators, and then everybody else would buy it. Fuck you. No PR.
Girl, you have a vision. Like, you said you think you're unprepared. You have a vision. What are you talking about?
That's what I was like. I'm not gonna. As I said before, I did all of this work just as a mind exercise for myself. I was like, they know what they're doing. I'm new at this. So for me, like, I was thinking, like, you know, who was the girl I wanted to be when I was growing up? And it was that hood rich bitch. Like, I wanted. So, you know, I would take. Remember those door knocker earrings and that pattern on it? Like, that would be my casing for all of it. It would like, it would still be square or round. They would all sit and fit together, but like, it would have that texture on the tops of it. Yes, that's what I would do. Like Babs. That's what I would do. Yes, it would all be like that. But it wouldn't be gold. It would be like a graphite, like a slate gray.
Yes.
Ooh, taking the texture and inspiration, but then interpreting it in your own color scheme. Oh,
We're digging on
this is Afrofuturism. This is what you're going to get. This is what I want.
ooh. Okay. You know what? I have to say, the thing that I've been inspired by a lot lately, and I blame my friend that owns the jewelry brand that I buy a lot of shit from, Nature's Twist. But like the way opals and moonstones are like rainbow, but then also labradorites. Do y'all know what those are? They're like duochromes or multichromes in a stone. You probably won't be able to see this, but it like flashes. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah,
so it's like it like flashes, and there's different shifts, different flashes depending on what it is, but like inspired by these, but also by like moonstones, like basically rainbow stones is what they look like, but they're from nature. And even I don't know what I would do in terms of packaging shape, but I'm thinking of like, okay, a shape like this, but what like with this shifting ability, so that as you turn it and shift it, you would have like that shine flashing through. Or the way, actually, I wouldn't copy his because I don't love it as much, but again, the way Manny has done this, like, but I like the idea of like a smoother feeling rather than a faceted one. That's an idea. I haven't really thought about like the compacts in particular, but I love the inspiration of just the way like nature makes these things where you're like, that's from the ground, that's from nature, like. And it's the kind of makeup I like to wear, where it's like shifty and multi-chrome, duochrome. So that's what I feel inspired by right now.
Yeah, I think I would want all of mine to be plastic drop proof packaging before anybody gets mad. But it would always be like if you were buying an eyeshadow palette, all of them with like, I would always have like because lethal is what really made my mind think about this. Like I would have like, whatever this palette is, right? But every eyeshadow could be purchased, not as individuals, but you could buy a palette, and then you would always be able to like replace and mix and match and create it. So so you could keep creating. And instead of, because here's the thing, everybody gets all like on their high horses about cardboard packaging. Get the fuck out of here. It's cheap. And honestly, a lot of it is in some ways fairly drop proof. But I would want like this is plastic, but I would want it to have like a cushion somewhere in there so that when you dropped it, like, because you're going to, because we all do, that it would like protect everything in there.
Also, Audra, this could be our collaboration, inspiration from an iridescent snake with multi-chrome scales. That is us. That is
I need this snake.
Right? Anyway, I'm sorry. I like the drop proof part. I don't know how that works with plastic packaging. Like, I've grown more okay in terms of aesthetically feeling with cardboard packaging, but it does get dirty easier. So I don't know if I would want that for. I don't know what I would want.
Like this one, like this Oprah one, I do like. I like that I can take everything the fuck out of it and then be like, yeah, I don't like this shade, this shade, this shade, and pop it all out. So that's kind of like that's like a good inspiration to kind of look at, is like you can just pop every last bit of this out and put in something else, and then it's easily accessible. Because I want my makeup to be like easily changeable. Like that's something that I want.
Yes, I love that. I love that. That would be a big part of it for me too, where I would want like a lot of. Some brands do this. I think Tarte even does this, where like if it's in a compact, there will be a little hole on the back that you can just push a pin through and the whole pan would pop out. I agree with that. Like whatever I'm doing, if it's a built palette, I would want it to be in one of these kinds of packaging, or if it's a face product, I would want it to be able to come out of the compact. Because also, if I'm making a really gorgeous compact and somebody uses up the product but doesn't necessarily want to refill it, I'd rather you just be able to carry around an empty compact than like this is a beautiful compact I would probably carry around, but it has product in it. And so I don't want to like drop it, break it, like the product inside. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I want. I want something that is refillable at all times. So it's just very easy for you. You don't have to worry. Every time you buy new stuff, you can just be like, okay, well, I'll get another one of these types of palettes and fill it with more shit, as opposed to the constantly disposable, because I think that that's kind of, I don't know, for me, for a single shadow maven, your fault, Emily, by the way.
You know what I thought of too? That would be like awesome for like this brand, Audra, is, or even Yolanda, you wanted to do a liquid liner, but you know how like pens, like fancy pens and not fancy pens, have refillable cartridges, like having like a really nice liquid liner with like a nice packaging, but then it's something that you can open up and just put in a fresh liquid liner,
like a calligraphy pen
cartridge in there, exactly, so that you
actually want it to look like a calligraphy pen.
Yes, right.
Like
doing your liner.
Because I love my little weighted. So mine would be metal. I love my little weighted. Everything that I have that has some kind of weight to it or a magnet in it, I love.
So lipsticks must be magnetized. They must be magnetic.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I don't think none of us will have a lipstick that isn't magnetized. Otherwise, we're just.
That's the one critique I have of like some of the indie lipsticks that I love, like House of Uni, Necromancy, even Propa. I know that they're more affordable, but I just want the packaging to be a little bit more substantial for me.
Oh, I already have a project involving, I use, and the thing is that I use my expensive makeup.
Oh, I don't know, and lipsticks can be refillable too.
Yes.
There we go.
I love my the little cases, but I also have, reasonably priced lipsticks that I want to kind of just chop off and like place it in. Yeah. I want to do it so bad. I'm like, there has to be a way. Somebody's done it.
Yeah.
There is. I think if you look into it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I almost. Does anybody watch Fargo?
Watch what?
Also,
Fargo. Well,
I like the show or the movie, because I've seen the show. Wait, I've seen the movie.
Like I've seen the movie.
Okay, so the show is great, and this season has Chris Rock on it. I did not know.
Chris Rock is everywhere this year. It's really weird.
He has range. I did not think he would. He has range.
Interesting.
Yes, but Fargo is one of my favorite things on TV. But one of the characters was named Nygaard, and then they played with it. It was horrible.
Oh, that's true. Fuck this brand. They're terrible. But Kiko has had, I mentioned not say the red. They do some packaging. True. I had a lipstick. I finally threw it away this year. I had it for 5 years. First trip, what was my first trip abroad? My first trip to Europe, I ended up going to Milan, and this was early in my makeup love. And so I was like, what is available over there? And specifically in Italy, at the time, the internet was like Kiko Milano. So I spent like a bunch of money there buying like their Stilo eyeshadow things. And like they had some really fancy lipstick packaging at drugstore pricing. So yeah.
I wanted to try that brand so bad. Because they have little potted shadows. They have high-end stuff for a decent price, and I would have bought $200 worth of that stuff just to try it.
I had like a perfect coral orange lipstick, and then they just ruined it, and so I snapped it on a live stream and said, "Fuck this," because I just wasn't in the mood. I just was not in the mood. It was. I had time that day.
We were over it. I like that you talked about packaging material, because I actually don't know if it would be metal or plastic, like depending on the idea I had. But I do like something that has a little bit more weight to it versus something that feels. But I'm also like thinking about price point, and I'm like, I don't know where I would want to land. Like,
here's the thing, like price point. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest, because people want all the good things, but they don't want to pay for it. But then also they will pay for it if it comes from the right person. So the thing is, like, for instance, one thing I hate about this is like, look at all this wasted space.
The mirror? Yeah.
The whole thing should be a mirror. This whole thing should be a mirror, like all of it. That mirror needs to go to the goddamn edges. So that's the thing that I would definitely make sure of, is that the mirror goes all the way to the edges, that there's no wasted space.
The wasted packaging is what I thought about.
I actually do like this concept. I don't like how they put like this random spot here for two like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, I feel like if I was going to base it off of this and fix it. I like the concept of Oprah,
but aesthetically, I hate how they arrange their big palettes.
Yes, this is awful. Like, I get that these are the highlighters, and then there's like a small highlighter here. Why would you do that? Like, there's just things where I'm like, why did you do it like this? Because I would have just removed these two from here, period. Like, I feel like they just put them there to fill space. Like, there's no reason. Like, just don't fill the space then. Like, it's fine. Don't fill the space. Or put like one, honestly, they could have fit like one full circle here. One full of like, of this size. Instead of doing these two, they could have fit one of these, and then you would have like, if you wanted blush or highlight contour, whatever. So
I do glass. He says I do glass palettes as a woke blender and ride the bad breath wave all the way to the bank.
Like the like
like
Becca and their clear foundation, girl.
Honestly, though, if that was actually a thing, it would be something that I was interested in.
Yes, that is the thing. But then I saw like
actually a thing, it would be me.
And then I saw reviews, and I was like, nope, and nope, and nope on nopes, like just all of it. Wait, did you have other questions, or do you want us to talk product?
Oh, let's talk product.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna address this right quick with Alex. So, I think the reason that some of the notches aren't aligned in all the same direction is to kind of help you from fucking up other stuff. Sometimes if they're all in the same, like if you've ever, like, I don't know, I find this with my single shadow palettes, my magnetic palettes, when I'm pulling things out, like a few of them will be like boop, boop, boop. And then the next one I'll be like, I'm going to come from this direction because like somehow things are closer and I don't want to fuck up this one. I think that's why they did that. I don't know for sure, but like I get it.
I would rather they just do pinholes
on the back. Already sweating. It's already started.
Like this palette has like holes. So you just put like a pin or anything that's like thin, like and just pop them out that way, because then you don't have that weird aesthetic.
Or you have it like that, like yours, but it comes with the tool in which to.
Ooh, that is true. I would absolutely wait. Where is it? I have a depotting spatula that I got from
a magnet on it.
That has a magnet on it. It's from the artistry company. I just had it out like literally 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, I just saw T say these palettes are made from broken ceilings. Bitch, I cannot stand you tonight. I cannot stand
No, I like honestly,
so this has magnets.
I always I see Ofra, like I'm about to be messy, but I see low rent. That is to me it's like
don't look at me weird. I got PR from them one time. I don't have any like twice. One because I got Jen's.
I don't be ruining relationships or anything else like that.
There isn't like first off, there isn't a relationship. Second, if they're upset that I'm being honest, then I don't want to work with them any fucking way. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to work with a brand that doesn't want to work with me if I'm. Yes,
I would also love because again, I have this by the Virtual Defeat does samples. I think of everything. But I don't necessarily love the format. Like I've tried samples of their product and I don't love them at sample size. I think they dry out too quickly. But these shadows, for those that ask, are all Adept Diamond shadows. So that's why they're all like very.
Everybody is losing their fucking mind.
I know. I was like,
they're like,
but then
I have some of them.
Adept palette. This is the plain Jane palette.
I have not gotten any of those diamond shadows, and I've been getting my family there. No, I think I got matte and shimmers. I don't think I got any of the diamond shadows. So I need to get some of those. But I can't. It's not going to be until like next year that I can fuck with it because it's the holiday time. I'm buying my family some, mostly my mom. I'm getting my mom things.
But yeah, the
fingerless gloves because she wants them so bad.
Yeah,
my bear paw ones. I don't know if y'all seen them. She wants them so bad, so I got the bear paw ones. Where I got her 2 pair.
But yeah, like this kind of palette that's like all shimmers but also magnetic. I'd probably want the. I'm thinking I'd probably lean more towards plastic or metal because I do like the feeling more than cardboard. But like everything being single shadows basically, but in a palette form. That's how I would.
See, your brand is like fucking Costco over in this motherfucker. Powder sold in bulk. Get a scoop here too.
Wait. I have a thought. I have a thought that would be relevant for teas branding is you could have these beautiful glass bowls with airtight lids that you buy the bowl and then you can fill it with whatever powder you want. And the bowl is like $50 and you would need one for powder and bronzer and blush and highlight, and then everything else is sold in bulk. And then when they break the glass bowl,
and she sells it like there's a presser. There's like a presser for you to put it into like a little palette, right? So you get it in the bowl and then you get it home. It's like a whole fucking science project. Like that.
But it also reminds me of the fancy lipstick cases that everyone collects. So every season you could have a different release, and that's all special. So people somehow feel this compulsion now to buy this overpriced home decor product. Just saying. This is what I'm saying. I could talk about this shit forever. Like I could come up with ideas.
Oh, the nonsense. The nonsense. Can we get into our products?
Products. Flop Sweat. It's your. You have the floor. Flop Sweat. Okay, grab the floor while I grab some more wine. I can still hear you.
I want, and this has to do with the packaging too. I want a lip gloss that I can stab somebody with. So like those Louboutin ones. I want it to be heavy. I want it to be weighted, and I want it to come out ready to take an eye. I want it ready to take an eye.
Oh my gosh! So, because I would never spend money on Louboutin because I just don't trust the quality. But give me like a good quality one. Again, it could be refillable, like has a little insert that you pop in with a fresh tube of lip gloss, so that I can have it in my bag at all times, and it's my alternative to anything else when I feel.
Everything. So instead of mace, you have like stabby gloss. Fuck yes, I'm down.
Gloss. That's what I want in my purse at all times. That's what I want.
Instead of a cocaine ring, now you have a stabby lip gloss.
No, I was telling my daughter that I can make anything into a weapon. I really, really can.
I really can.
So walking down the street, having street awareness, knowing where you are, I'll kill you with my cell phone if I have to.
Me, Paulina. I didn't know I wanted such a thing, but now take my money, the little bit that I have right now. Take it, please.
I know I should have gone into sales. You don't know you need it, but you do. You need a stabby lip gloss. That's what you need.
I will buy it.
I will be on screen and I need to find an actual lip gloss to apply. I mean, like, this is the stab. This is the cut. I don't know. Diamond cut. There we go.
Yes. Yeah, Street smarts. I don't know if I did it.
Oh, the love you to death. The love you to death line.
Yes.
I'm taking it. I'm taking something with me. Said yes. Come at me, dog. I really, as I said before, hood rich. I'm still a hood chick. Like that is what I do. I stayed fighting when I was a kid. And I'm ready. I want to stab you.
I can see a ring, like a 4-finger ring that has like lip balm in it. That's also brass knuckles.
Ring? It's just like
because it could have like I've seen those rings that have like perfume or balm, but like a big one, and then you're like, yeah, it's for lip balm. As you're like,
I would have like matte, like lip, like like evidence. That's what it would be called. So cheaters.
Oh. You have a fucking concept. You do. You have a thought for like the type of lip product or the formula or anything.
I would want like a very like stays the fuck on matte, but also when it warmed, like when you're performing fellatio.
Oh, you have thought this through.
It stays for 24 hours. And now the reason that this is important is because how many times have we in our lives been with someone and they said that they weren't with somebody, that they were single? Oh, now there's gonna be evidence.
See, and that's why I never buy into the like keep it, because I like marking my territory. I do. I'm that bitch. Like, so
now there's gonna be evidence, and they're not gonna be able to like run around. Like they gonna be stuck. Like, fuck, my girlfriend's gonna. I'm like, oh, she's gonna find out.
My favorite.
You had a girl. So weird. Now she's gonna know. Now she's gonna know who you are. Because you know what? There's evidence too, bitch. Like, but that ain't
my
her
favorite
thing.
idea is like if they have a collar on and you just like get a little like on the underside of the collar where they don't see it. Like you just leave a little leave your mark. And they're like they think they got off, like swiftly. And then the girlfriend who knows this shit exists is like doing maybe they see it or they're helping with laundry or whatever. And they're like, I don't wear that shade of purple.
Yeah, like once they
You're
say,
like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're so jealous.
Another would be like a messenger, as in don't kill. This way, like people can stop. Because here's the thing: you want to fuck around, all right? But like, stop lying to both parties.
That's
like, don't make somebody complicit in your cheating.
That's the thing that bothers me. It's never the physical. If you want to get your strange, but I need to be free to do that too. I need to understand. I need to understand.
And I need to know that I am the strange. I need to know I am the strange. Like, don't trip on me. Like, because I do not like these calls from the person who's like, why are you with my person? And I'm like, I didn't know they were your person. You would have them. I don't care. Yeah, I didn't do anything.
You promise. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah, that's going to be the third shade. I didn't do anything.
So, Emily, what's your first product?
Oh my goodness. How could I ever compare? I'm not going to compare myself. It's okay. But the lip product reminded me of one, and I don't know. I would want a formula that is as creamy as like the House of Uni, the Demi Shine, the like Fiji formula, but more pigmented, like a high pigment lipstick that goes on pretty comfortably, but also sets down. But I would have it in a rainbow range, like not obviously the first launch you couldn't, but I would release enough color so that those that know the color wheel could make any color. So basically like all like a yellow, a red, a blue, a green, an orange, a purple, a really good blue based red, a really good warm like orange based red, some deep berries, a black, of course, a like navy, a teal, like at least a dozen colors I probably just named just now. But yeah, but a formula that goes on comfortably, like easily, but sticks and like sets down. And
yes,
I don't know what the packaging would be like, but it would definitely be weighted, magnetic, and maybe the packaging color matches the color inside, but it has that like rainbow opalescent effect on it, so that you see this rainbow of colors in your like. I think about, why do I always reach back here like this? But like, I don't love this old Poutsicle formula from Fenty. It's a little too slippery and it doesn't stick down very well. But I do appreciate that all of their packaging matches the color inside. So like if you had multiples, it's not just you're looking at the same tube. You have like a one of a kind tube situation.
Fenty had a release that I don't know anything about.
This was from 2 summers ago. This was from like not this summer, but last summer. They had like pink and orange and purple and
but like I got like a shade of it, and I hate the because I thought it was going to be more orangey, and it just wasn't. Like it's so hard for me to find a good orange lip. I'm like, y'all hoes need to get like you guys, because look, this is not like they made it look orange as fuck in the photo, but then I got it and I was like, what?
And that's their Mademoiselle versus this is they called it the Poutsicle. So this is less matte than that formula.
But yeah, because I need to like mix it with red to get it to be orange. There's me using random French again. That's not even actually French. I've got to stop doing that.
Orange is French. I'll tell you, it is French.
I just like
orange is French.
I just say words in an accent and decide that is.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
L'orange, but like the same thing.
I'm like
the orange.
Yeah, I was like ex-husband, and I'm like, that's not even. It's. I just said ex-husband with a French accent. Like, who am I? What else would you have, Yolanda?
Oh yeah. What's next?
Second item up. Oh, we talked a little bit about it, but like, we can take a quick poll. doing the least mascara, or you only have one job mascara, let me know. But basically, it is a simple mascara. You do not have to do calculus.
All of us.
You do not have to do my taxes. You don't have to voluminize. Like
I like you only had one job because it's less derogatory towards like that's not doing the least. It's you only have one job.
You only have one job. I want you
and see, my mascara is the one that would have the knife.
Yeah.
Like your lip gloss has the knife, my mascara would have the knife.
Oh. Yeah. But are you carrying your mascara around in your bag?
Yes, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was carrying this so strong. And I'm like, nah, that's not for me. I want one that only has one job, and that's to stay the fuck on forever so I don't have to carry it.
I hate like
carrying my mascara because like you never know. I live in Texas though. This weather can be a little rough even on your best mascara. So you can have like a good day, but then it just goes like it's raining a bit or whatever, and you're like, no, I just need to just like refresh, and then you have it with you.
So I almost bought this. It's like a $38, and I still might because I'm me and I have a makeup goblin. It's terrible. But the Surratt mascara and the Surratt mascara is like $38.
Surratt is fancy as fuck.
Expensive. Expensive. But the wand, that intrigues me because all of those bristles get in the way. It looks like a screw. It looks like a threaded screw at the end. And I'm like, that might be it for me. Where I got some nappy lashes. They're 4C. They curl all the way over. So I don't need bells and whistles on my mascara. I need it to do its job. Separate.
Yeah. And
show that I have them. That's all. That's it.
Thank you. I just need I need them to be visible. Like that's all just make my lashes, because I'm not. We all know I'm not a lash bitch. Every time I try to put them on, I end up looking like this. I take pictures.
Bitch. I know that.
Yeah, I love mascara, but whenever I try to wear lashes, it's like I can take a picture or two. Every time I've tried to go out with lashes on, doesn't matter which ones, within 10 minutes, I'm like, mistakes were made, bloop, bloop, and I go on about my business.
I can't wear lashes on. I don't understand how you guys take a scalpel and put it that close to your eyeball. Like I do not.
I don't either. I don't.
Like, I do not
or like a thing. No, the Surratt brow gel. I heard they're coming out with a tinted one in the new year. That might get me because I've heard really good things, and for some reason, I'm a sucker for that. Like a good tinted, volumized, like.
Yes,
okay.
That's I'm trying to. I just want you to see that I have
this mascara stays on and coats your lashes. It stays on and coats your lashes.
At the end of the day, like I feel like I have like ashes on the top of my eyelids when I take it off. Like when I'm going in there with my little oil trying to take it off, it feels like all of Mordor is on my lashes. It's such it's black ash. It's terrible. Terrible. I just
the fact that I have to put on 2 different mascaras regularly to get the effect I want. Just do your job.
I don't have the patience for that. Wait, okay, so what's next for you? Oh, wait, no, go ahead.
Another Thrive mascara. But I also do want the mascara that you said. I want one that does its job, but is the coating one.
Oh, like the tube?
Like tubing, the Thrive, the tubing mascara. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. I love you all.
That would be the kind of formula I think that would do that because it would stay on, it would coat, and it would separate. I feel like tubing mascaras aren't really volumizing mascaras, but that's why I like them. Like if you just keep my lashes separated and even add the tiniest bit of length because it'll just from the extra coating, but like stay on because I get transfer all the time, which is why I do waterproof. But like tubing is good, but I usually just am too cheap to pay for it, basically.
Yeah, I'm reading like that's the thing I want this year is like the Thrive Cosme, like because it's $24. It's $24, but it's so good, so good.
Yeah, like
I wish somebody else sold it so I could add it on to an order because I'm paying for it and shipping just for one mascara.
Yeah, I got you. I know. Yeah, because I don't really care for anything else that they have in their little makeup store.
No.
I looked.
Wait, so not Vinny / Audra. What's next? What's next in your lineup?
Okay, so this is something blush. again, persons of color, because I feel like persons of color are just neglected when it comes to blush, and especially colorful blush. Being able to have like a good orange blush, good like peachy blushes that actually look peachy on our skin tones, because I feel like everybody goes like, this is peachy. I'm like, for who? Because it's not for my dark ass.
I realize it's a color thing. And if you take out all of your lipsticks, swatch them, how pink are they? Same thing with blush. Blush has a lot of things to complement people with a paler complexion. Like, you know, so if like you get this orange blush, and I find with oranges and yellows, which I'm still
because I want good orange and yellow blush for people who have melanin.
The base for those is actually green, so it suits white people. It's actually green. Yeah. So
but I'm gonna make them.
You just blew my mind. I just want to say, you just blew my mind.
I play with my makeup, so I know exactly what the undertones of all of it is. And when I put on the yellow blushes, I have 4 of them. They're all based in green. They're all based in green.
The closest I have to a good orangey-ish blush is from Juvia's Place.
This palette is gorgeous. Playing in Makeup by Yolanda. It's a Black-owned brand, and they have a palette called the Bloom palette that has like yellow, orange, I think berry, pink.
Like basically a rainbow of blushes for people who have melanin. I want to have the purple. I want to have green. I want to have orange, and I want to have yellow. Like I want to have the colors that everyone else has access to that we do not. Like, because the closest I've gotten to it too is her mannerisms, but they're all shimmery. And I know that people don't always want to wear like a shimmery blush. So I want to have like both the matte and the shimmer formula so that you can, like what I would do is have like a palette where it would be like orange and like it would be the powdery and then like the shimmer, and you could choose. Or if you wanted to use both, you could. Boom. I don't know what that was. I don't know. I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
Audra, you're always flirting. You're always flirting. That's what that is. It's like you will see this collarbone pop. That's what you will do.
I know. I'm gonna flirt my way to the top.
It's working.
Oh wait. So this was the palette that was referenced, just as a quick side note.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like, but yeah. But I would rather see what you're talking about, Audra. I just wanted to say.
Ooh, I like that too. That was a cool little layout. Look at that. Okay, go like it's freaking me out a little bit. Okay, like now you can.
Wait, what?
I know.
Okay,
right?
no,
you
I'll
see
put
my
it back. It's fine.
I was like,
I like it this
I'm in my bedroom.
All of a sudden, I was like, I'm so bony. Don't look at me. Like.
Okay.
All right, Emily. You seem to have a problem there trying to sip your drink.
It's your turn, Emily.
Yeah,
like a straw snort. It's called a straw snort. And since I'm just following, because these are things I thought about, but I'm following the rhythm. So blushes, I would want to do, because I can't shut up about split pans. I would want to do split pans of 2 tones of blushes in a gorgeous compact that has spots to pop them out. So you could pop out each half pan. You could buy them in the compact, or you can buy the empty pans, kind of like a split pan version of, of course I have to show everything, like a downsized split pan version of like the how Lethal has their face palette, their blush bronzers.
Yeah, I
really want that out.
Oh my god, I really want to pick those up.
Yellow, yellow and orange, and I'm
I want to pick it up, man. Stop it! I worked very hard not to do it.
You don't understand. I want to make an order, and I tell myself, you know what? You're good. Save it for 2021.
Me too.
Blah blah blah. And then I see it, and I'm like,
I know, because I'm like, Audra, you have rent in your apartment, and I'm like, but it's pretty. Like,
well, Day is gonna have a post for reference, a favorite blushes on dark skin post coming. But yeah,
Day, I hope you include Steve Laurent, because this shit is pigmented as fuck. I've had this for so long.
Where to get that, Audra? Though that's one of those brands that like you can only get from their site, and it's like,
yeah. It's just, it's intense. Like you can't see it here, but the second I put it on my face, I'm just like, oh shit. Like every time I end up fucking myself up because I'm like, oh, I don't feel like there's enough. And I'm like, oh, there's too much. And then I like look like a monster. And I'm like, I'm a clown. How y'all doing?
So
go ahead. I'm so sorry.
So, like, that was okay. So my blushes would definitely be, I think I would want to do 2 formulas. I'd want to do like a not straight up matte. I guess again, Lethal describes theirs as like matte luminous, but like a matte that's not powdery formula, and then a shimmery formula. And I'd probably have some setup pairings where you could do like a more like a matte orange and the Fenty duo they did a while back, not all shimmer, like a matte orange and a more shimmery. I like that shimmery pink. It does sound like a made up name. So like different tones, but offerings in matte and more luminous formulas, so that if somebody wants a luminous yellow blush, they can get it. If they want a more matte yellow blush, they can. They could build a monochromatic duo, like the Cover FX duo, as I love, where it's like the same color in matte and shimmer, or you could build your own like pairing. Like I said, I would have some set up, like color combinations that I love or that I've seen paired together on different skin tones that look great. But yeah, we would be doing fairly pigmented blushes, probably more pigmented than like it would be the blush slut blush. It would be for the people that love blush and people that love glow, because it wouldn't be like, oh, it's a whisper of pigment. It'd be like, no, I mean, it's blendable, but it's going to be something that like holds on. And I would try to think about colors that are not on the market as much, because I feel like you do end up getting the same blush tones all the time. And I feel like that's missing. And I don't know exactly where I would go, but like definitely some things that are not just like, oh, everyone has a coral blush, or everyone has a this, or everyone has a that, so that people could experiment too with their color placement. But still, I guess colors, not going totally into like green blush or black blush or something. Like I'd probably still keep them pretty, I don't want to say wearable, I hate that word, but not like eyeshadow in a pan.
Sorry. I can't stop moving. I think my ADHD is like really high, and I'm like I realize I'm like listening to
and like a mustier tone, as Deja, I feel like somebody else in chat mentioned that, like for dark skin, like some tones that are like richer. And
listen,
honestly,
people with rich tones want to look like the Fae too. We want to look like we came from a fairyland as well.
And you know, one of my things is like I like off neutrals, like that. I think that would be my whole brand, off neutral, like a grungy thing. And how come Sway, they can make brown blush for white bitches, but we can't get one either? Like something like I don't understand that. A brown blush. The closest thing I have is one of the Fenty cream blushes. It's Rose Latte. It doesn't deposit a whole lot of color, but it just highlights some cheeks. It's like,
that's so interesting that brown on you, because I've seen it on a number of different people. But yeah, no, it's just interesting. Not like, just interesting to hear about. But yeah, I would want to have like bright like colors, but also consider some of the more like grungier undertones too. So people that are like, oh, like, because even some blushes, if they're grungy enough, they read as bronzers for me, and I like that. I like something that's like blush and bronzer. I like you have next.
Wait, how many products in are we right now? Is it 3?
3. We each have 1, 2. I have 3.
No, we've only done 2.
Okay, you guys go then. So that's my third one. Is it truly like?
Oh, you need to talk about it though. You didn't talk through what.
So the idea would be like in different undertones, like a cool undertone, to do a neutral undertone, to also do a very warm undertone, have a brown blush that works for Black girls. Like that would be my thing. And it would serve 2 functions. It would be to like carve out that cheek, say, hey, looky here. Like, you know, like this is what I've got without necessarily depositing a whole lot of color, because I do colorful eyes all the time. So it's like one of those things where like, I don't want the loudest cheeks all the time, even though I can do me a drapey look if I want to, if I'm not doing anything with my eyes, but I want the cheek to stand out. I want that to happen.
Okay.
Wait, I feel like it was mascara, lipstick, blush. That was 3.
That was 3. That's my third one. Where are you guys?
Oh, mascara, you just jumped in and said, though, like as a bonus, I think.
I thought we all agreed on the mascara. I don't know what's happening.
No, because I said I wasn't going to do
Don't look at me because I'm using old underwear that both shoot up to wipe off like swatches. So like, listen.
Then let me talk about my mascara, because it will be different from the two that you both.
Yes,
and this
go
is
ahead.
What Olivia said in the chat, but it's something I say it all the time. I want colorful mascaras that actually show up as pigmented on the lashes. But my thing is, one, I would hope to be able to do a mini set. Maybe they're not all mini, but like, or maybe they're all mini and priced accordingly, but like a mini set, like here's 3, here's a red, blue, and yellow, or here's purple, pink, and teal or something. But I want small brushes, like small, like really thin, small brushes, so that you can get into the bottom lash line and like really coat. And even if you want to do your upper lashes, because I think that's the thing with colorful mascara. When for me, if the brush is too big, I'm not able to get enough pigment deposited so that it actually looks blue or green, and I would want to have like some bright colors and some of the slightly deeper colors for people that are a little bit more scared by colorful mascara, like a deep green that reads green but isn't too scary. Because like I saw the Fenty mascaras on people and you didn't even see that they were green or burgundy. So like somehow accomplishing like jewel tones but that are not looking black on the lashes, and then bright colors, so that you could do some weird full colorful lash looks or just the bottom lash line.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like, because I like colorful mascara, but it's like so hard to find, like, especially if you have black lashes. That's the problem. When you have black eyelashes and they're like, this one's pink, I'm like, is it?
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, in order to get it to show up, it's very crusty. Like it's crusty on your
formula
eyes.
I've tried is like super crusty and gets crumbly really quickly. So yeah, and if it doesn't coat the lash, like that's why I like a small brush, because then you can really get in there and coat all your lashes.
Yeah,
I don't trust regular mascara enough to like even try rolling into color. Like,
yeah,
you know, like,
I mean, like I've had a couple colorful ones, but like I feel like for me, the only one that matters is like if I do white, because my eyelashes are black. So when I do white, it's like whoa, and like otherwise it doesn't matter. That's amazing. I like that idea.
I do.
Cool. So now it's like 3-3-3, right?
Yes.
So Yolanda, fourth product.
So I was inspired like by a product that I know is not going to work for me, but I want a highlighting primer. I want to be backlit no matter what I do. Like I want the yeah, I really, 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 really do. So the VDL Lumi Layer Primer looks like Cool Tone Goddesses are going to love that, but like I don't think it's going to work for me. I would like something that's universal, no fragrance. Like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, I feel like my face is gonna fall off one day. Charlotte Tilbury's base, because it has essential oils in it. I'm like, if I wake up with scales, I'm gonna be really, really pissed one of these days. It does the thing where it moisturizes. It doesn't give you the backlit thing. So like, I want like Danessa Myrick's illuminated veil and Charlotte Tilbury's base to have a baby with no fragrance. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you have
I don't wear
a lot of tones or different, like how
yeah, I would have
how
like
they both
different,
have like different.
Yeah, like I want to do a basic line, like a line for like, hey, you've got to get up and go. These are the things you're going to grab and you're going to go with them. Like ultimately, I would like to have metal weighted magnetized, like it all just fits together. You just grab like an obelisk. And that is your makeup fit. That's what I would love. I would love.
And see, like, because my line is for BIPOC goths, I want bronzers / contour things that make you look dead without looking ashy. I want it to help you to look undead without you looking ashy as fuck. Like, because here's the thing, when you are a white goth, right? Like, you can do that. You can just like, and you're like, I look dead. And it's fine. But when you're black, you have to keep finding different products and mixing and matching and trying to like make something happen. And it's so much work to try to like give yourself that like undead, like I want to suck blood look. So you end up looking ashy a lot of the time. So what I would like is like a whole thing where we look undead but not ashy. That is the tagline. Undead, not ashy. Like,
that's a great. I would watch that commercial and be like, I don't even know what I want. What I want it.
I know, there'd just be people going like this. There'd be like random people going.
No, they did on Leo. She did the vampire thing. That's what I have in my head. That's what I have in my head.
Like who with the vampire?
Aaliyah.
Queen of the Damned, Aaliyah, where she looked like looked very much like here. Like this cannot be like stated enough. She looked like a vampire, like. And that was one of the first times in my life where I was like, you can be black and a vampire. Like I lost my shit.
I love
because
that.
she didn't look like a normal human. She was very serial. And she was, yes. She was iridescent.
I remember.
Yes. Because it was like light blowing off of her. Remember when she was like walking like that?
I know. Like, it was a movement. It was a look. It was a thing. So I think, Audra and I share some of the same sensibility with the goth.
Yes.
I'm a Gen Xer. I'm square in the middle of Gen X.
Yes.
I apparently I see some like I don't know I don't know if it's like just the tones and makeup but I see a little bit of that. Like you're not like,
and it's like
going
the way
like
that they
undead, but
contour and bronzed her right here to where I don't even know how to explain it, but you just
she wasn't warm. She was cool.
Was not of this world.
It was very cool toned. She looked iridescent. It was ethereal. That is the
like if you just walked in on that part of the movie, your first thought would not be like she's alive or she's a queen of something. You'd be like, is she dead? Like, is she a vampire? Like that's what you would think just walking in on that part of the movie. And I want bronzer contour products that do that. Because we don't have them. They just don't. Like you have to, basically, if you were a person of color and you want to be goth, you have to just take like eyeshadow and whatnot and like fuss with it. And you just kind of have to figure things out to get it where you want it, to where you like look dead.
Yeah. Well, it's also a thing to be looking ethereal yet dead. Because that's a certain thing. Like there's like I'm a dead zombie, and then there's I'm a dead god.
No,
I'm a dead shadows, Johnny Depp dead.
Honestly, the makeup, like I'm one of those people. I will clock TV makeup in a heartbeat. Like I'm so particular about
if you're like that's what I was imagining when Audra started talking about contour.
Honestly. So when I saw that movie, and it married things that I love, like Aaliyah, I can do
Corn
7 video about
Jonathan Davis, but he still has like issues with those songs to this day, but that's fine.
Yes,
he wrote all that shit. BT does. Anybody who doesn't know, Jonathan Davis wrote all that shit.
The grunge of it, the high art, all of it.
She is missed.
Yes, no. Like when people ask me about my icon, and people will say Janet, it was Aaliyah for me. Aaliyah was. I was like, that's my.
Aaliyah had a moment.
Like,
that's not a moment. Like a whole generation. I feel like she grabbed hold of in terms of
because she walks in that bar and it's like watching, waiting, and I'm like, oh shit, there she goes. There she goes.
No, the way she moved, the lighting,
Audra being formed at the moment, and like Audra was
that like that changed my whole life. I was like, I want to grow up and spend my life looking like that. I want to wear like gowns. I want to wear gowns everywhere for no reason. You'll have no idea how much like self-restraint it took to just buy other people Christmas presents, because like I don't have a lot of money. So I was like, let me get my family Christmas presents. Because there was like a fairly inexpensive like gothic dress that I found on Amazon. I was like, I want to buy it. Don't buy every day. Because you don't understand. I walk around in this shit every day. It fucks up the town. BT dubs. Fucks up the town. They like look at me, they're like, hi. And I'm like, hi. Because they're just not used to someone walking around like ball gown skirts for no fucking reason.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
Aaliyah taught me that there was a different way to be. You can still be about it. You could still be real. I grew up in the hood. No one thought that I did. You know, I talked funny. I talked white. All of that other stuff.
Yes.
I had different interests. And she, for me, growing up, was you can be all the Black, beautiful, like loveliness that you are, and do a little bit differently. It doesn't make you less Black. It doesn't make you un-Black. It doesn't make you she just said that there's a different way. Very
doing Queen of the Damned, and she did a movie with Jet Li, which I just had it in my brain, and now I can't remember it. But she did a movie with Jet Li, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember this.
I remember it.
I do, yeah.
And Jet Li was cute. He was a cute little man. Like listen, the fantasies I had about Jet Li cannot be repeated here.
Yeah, Romeo Must Die, right?
Romeo Must Die. There we go. I
Romeo
can't
Must
repeat
Die.
them because obviously Emily would get demonetized, but they were in depth.
I'm already limited. It's okay.
A lot of it involved a lot of flips, a lot of fighting. I thought it was hot. Yeah. I thought the fighting would be odd. Like, leave me alone.
I'm making tea and alcohol. I'm just drinking my wine. You can't tell. I've been drinking this wine since 2:30.
Romeo was because that's what it's like. First, you must succeed. Yeah, that's where that song came from.
That is a song
on the soundtrack.
I have heard like a billion times, and it never gets old. Like there's Aaliyah's music just never gets old to me. Like it just. I've heard
More Than a Woman is my favorite song. Like it really, really, really is.
Yeah.
It's one of those
her shit is so timeless that it honestly does not bother me to hear it over. Because here's the thing, I love Jet Li. I don't think I've ever admitted this. I watch every fucking Jet Li movie that there is, and I will watch like my favorite Jet Li movie, The One. Because at the very end of that movie, he says, "I am Eula. I am nobody's bitch."
I remember that. I was like, wait a minute. I did see that.
I love that. I love that Jet Li made it, because off topic, and then we'll get back to makeup. I'm so sorry. The reason I liked the way that Jet Li made it is because he made it very much like Bruce Lee made it, unlike Jackie Chan. No disrespect to Jackie Chan, but Jet Li refused to be like the comic relief Asian. And I loved that. And for those of you who do not understand, I don't know, like it would take me hours to go through it. Like not hours, but I would have to explain.
This is another Audra stream of why you could go going through like the comic relief Asian kind of thing.
Yeah, but I just love that so much that he was one of the few out there. Thank you, Tina.
Oh, Tina, hi, Key. Hi, Key. Get it.
That's right. It's like actually, like
listen.
I will sing that.
I will sing that. Even in the Expendables, I was like, you can still get it, Jet Li. It's fine. But he refused to be the comic relief Asian, like doing karate and be like, I'm so funny. Like, burr, burr, burr. I don't speak English. Like that wasn't how he did things. And he refused to do that, much like Bruce Lee did when he was here. So,
yeah.
Makeup.
Movies all day. This is what, like, makeup is fun, and I have a lot of fun with it, and I buy it and I try it, and like I watch you guys buy it and try it and everything else like that. But that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here.
You're welcome back all the time, Yolanda.
Yeah,
you're welcome back all the time. Seriously.
I'm really just in January 2021, I'm really going to be a beauty and channel. It's beauty and whatever the fuck else I want to do. Exactly. And that's where I am. Like definitely big changes coming. Not like big changes, but like fun changes coming of stuff I want to do. And I've been doing it all year.
Your true self.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be.
I'm just enjoying myself.
I know.
Yeah.
No. We can get on again and talk movies, Audra. We can talk movies.
Yes. We will definitely do that. Listen, I still have some space.
Emily, well, we have the 16th. I'm on the calendar.
I'm gonna be here.
You want to talk
not here.
Oh, we can do that too.
Exactly.
Yes.
The thing is that like I used to be a movie person, and then something changed. I don't know what did, but I'm still open to talking about movies. I'm just like, tell me what to watch beforehand, and I will have fun.
I know that's
if I hadn't watched it before.
But that's a good thing though, because you're also not inundated by media either. So you get to see movies from a different perspective, like instead of like the weird rage way that I see a lot of them.
Like the weird rage way about makeup, because it's like always on my mind. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Emily had to endure an entire rant, like 2 or 3 polos worth of me bitching about The Invisible Man, the remake. I bitched.
I wouldn't watch it.
Here's the thing I have to say. Whenever somebody tells you that something is great and you should watch it, do not listen to them.
They're lying.
That's across the board. That's not just to you, Audra, or you, Yolanda. This is across the board. I live and die by that.
So wait, how many more products do we have? We have one more product, right?
I'm on I still haven't done my 4th. So
you are
I'm
on
gonna
your
do my
4th.
Yes. So it's okay. So you know how I was like, I want like opal and labradorite packaging. I just realized my blushes would be in the labradorite, like darker packaging, and my highlighters would be in like the opalescent moonstone rainbow packaging. And I would continue with the split pan idea, but they would all be multichromatic highlighters. And here's what I would do. First of all, I would have a range of tones of multichrome that work for multiple different skin tones, because I know that some of these multichrome duochrome highlighters either have like a gray base or a white base to them, which can show up different for different people. And so like the way, actually I saw Tony, the Regular Girl Review, she's been playing with multichromes on her face as highlighters, which is something I do with my iridescent multichromes, but seeing her play with like multichromes. Oh, thank you. That's Drew Soda Pop Sketches. That's her artwork. But I've seen the way she's been playing with multichromes on her skin, and I've seen Pat McGrath do that with her multichrome in her palette, like putting multichromes on deeper, richer skin tones and how they like can work. So I would want, again, to have split pans where you could continue to like customize your own compacts, and they would be the same size, I think, as the highlighters. Wait, what are you laughing at? I want to know.
I'm sorry, it's fucking tease out here.
It's so funny. Before you highlighted, I just happened to glance over, and I was like, "T, stop it!"
Okay, well, funny is
winded from
the reason why.
Okay,
I don't know. The reason why I
because it's happening to me too. I'm like, "Whoo, I ate all that food. I'm real tired. I need a nap."
The reason why I had to stop and ask you what it was is because I was getting winded from talking too much. So asking you what's going on gave me a moment to.
You're like, I need to bring
I was sneaking looking at the comments, because usually, okay, so that's my role. I'm not on camera. I'm in the comments being an asshole.
So you can always see the comment in the chat, like, and tell us to highlight it, because
I know. So I've been like, okay, it's like,
my life is messed up. Like,
I love it. I love it.
Camera. It's a lot. I'm doing a lot of work here, and then I'm like, but like, where's the chat at? What they doing?
And this day, like, more conversations with like Audra, with Day, with other people, as what's inspired me. But the other part of it is that I would want some colors to be different formulas. I would want there to be a formula, certain colors coming in, or maybe they all do, but certain colors would be more of the like metallic texture, and others would be more glittery. So that if you wanted,
I thought I was effective. You know what's in my inner corner that I tried to wipe away? Peachy Keen. That's what's right there. It's green. There's no peach to it. Okay. I put on the highlighter. The highlighter, if you can see, has like a green peachy shift. It's the Kaleidos one. I tried to
This is Nomad in my inner corner. I actually layered 2 shades, like 2 shimmery shades from Nomad in my inner corner. Oh wait, I'm like confused by my fingers. Okay, there we go. Because it's backwards.
Yeah, I mean, so that is true. Like, so that's peachy keen right here, and you can kind of.
There's no peach in it for me. It's just straight green.
Yeah,
that's what's.
But this is the kind of formula. That's what I want. One formula to be the more like metallic, like highlighter that can kind of sink into your skin a little bit more, but still be duochrome or multichrome. And then the other formula to be, because I do like glittery highlighters, more like glittery, like super intense, so that you could do kind of either version, or you could have options. Kind of the way, again, with Fenty when they do their split pan highlighters, where one's more shiny, one's more glittery, but they would all be multi-chromatic, and you could pick your own like duo, make your own compacts with that. And then they would be like the rainbow opal, and then the blushes would be like the deeper like labradorite, like dark rainbow compacts.
And so you just kind of hit my 5th product, which was like funky, fun colored highlighters for deep, rich skin tones.
Can you
actually look that?
Oh yeah.
Comment whether peachy keen would just be peach on me, seeing as I'm already green. And so
I'm
the funny
green
thing about it is
green on me though. Oh, go ahead though. I'm to cut you off.
Yeah, like for me, if a product says that it's peach, it's just going to be pink on me, because I have a very orange undertone. Like I have a very orange, it's clearly orange, you can see it. It's one of those things. And so I know that I have to be careful about the picking colors for myself. If it says that it's
Alex,
it really means it's going to be pink, and I have to deal with it. But there is no shift. Legally Black Beauty, there is no shift on my skin tone in peachy keen. It's just a straight green eyeshadow, and I thought I was insane.
Yeah, I mean, like that is exactly why I wanted to, because here's the thing: when you have deeper skin tone, like her mannerisms is as close as I've gotten when I mix that with some other highlighters to give it some shift, because I just want to be able to have like a purple highlighter. But like when you are richer toned, it's not necessarily purple. And you're like, but I wanted purple. And so what I have to do is like take like this, what I have now, and then add her mannerisms. Like, here, I'm going to do it because you know what? What have I got to lose? Nothing except for my dignity. Anyway.
No highlighter.
So this is like the shade. So if I wanted this to be purple to kind of go with my eye look, what I need to do is fuss with this. And then let's use this brush. And then I have to be very intent with how I'm doing this.
See, you need to stop.
I'm like tapping it in.
Stop. Why'd you have to highlight it? Stop.
So like y'all probably see, now you're going to watch it kind of turn to a more of a purple tint. It's going to look icier for y'all.
See, Legally Black, you're like, you're dedicated to your craft. I'm not going to spend 15 hours trying to find the peach in that. I'm so mad. So angry.
But to me, it's more purple. So for y'all, it's like icy. To me, it's more purple. So like, this is the kind of shit I'm looking at, is like, I wanted to actually, oh, that was really purple. I wanted to actually be like a purple highlighter that is like cute and pretty, but not bruised and ill. Like I'm dead, but like I still want to. So like now I got to even it out on this side because I got really purple on the other side. But that's kind of like, this is where we are though right now. Is we have to keep layering highlighters to get the desired shade. Mm-hmm. So it's I had all these things that were lavender and all that, but they all showed pink on my skin, and then I have to add this, which I like it. I'm not mad at it, but like I have to keep kind of working with it to get it to like not look like a bruise.
I actually have a question though for Yolanda, and if Day in the chat has any input. So with peachy keen being reading green on your skin, I know that some green highlighters have that like pale base that makes it cast like white green. Do you feel like the peach base even though you're not getting that flip, gives you like a better, if you wanted to wear it as a highlighter, like a green highlighter that actually like doesn't read so icy on you. That's a question, because I'm wondering if that like colorful base.
It's actually valid, because I haven't tried it as that. I just got it.
Okay.
I got it like 3 weeks ago. So it was one of those things where I was really excited for a peach green flip, and it's not a duochrome on me. It is just green. So I will try. I will try.
Because that's an interesting thing, like the fact that you put on something that's so purple, Audra, but then it like shines purple, but like it doesn't just look like a stripe of purple. So I'm wondering if that colorful base, whereas so many like of the iridescent highlighters, even the Kaleidos, even like their newer multi-chrome one, like even though it looks like it's a translucent base, it really is more gray when you see it on different skin tones. So
because
like a multi-chrome would actually work.
I have some
Star Surfer I layer like fuck.
Yeah. So I have some of those coming. I actually have the Kaleidos, the green one. Oh, is it Space Rider? I don't remember. But I have the green one on today. I actually like it because it does have a little bit of pink to it. It's not icy, so that the green does show up, and it doesn't look like ash. It doesn't look pastel like at all. Not white based. It really does do a nice job of highlighting the skin. It's between my nose here and on my cheeks. So.
Okay, so then what would your fifth item be, Yolanda?
Fifth, concealer.
I'm still listening.
I'm just like, I'm out. Concealer. That's my hero product for like all things.
We're on a similar page of like this. Like I would buy your whole line. Okay, sorry.
That makes me really happy.
Literally.
Yes. So concealer for me is king. I love foundation when it does what foundation is supposed to do.
Same. I would buy your whole line.
Oh gosh. Yes. But for me, I work on my skin. It's a project. It's a project I started in 2017 to work with it. I am an oily girl, even at 45 years old, or according to T's math, 2,712 years old. But like, like if T is 89, that makes me way older. So
they're all ageless here, but we're also not young. Okay, never mind. I don't know why. I was like, I don't want to be a teenager. Don't tell me you gotta be a teenager.
I really don't. Like, I am in. The only thing I don't enjoy about my 40s is the random, like, why does this hurt? That is the thing.
Also, hi, Annabelle. Annabelle is Andy's granddaughter. Hello.
Hi.
Saying hi to everyone in the chat.
Hi, Annabelle. How are you?
And I agree, Play Mue. Yolanda has captured my heart, and I want her product packaging overall vibe. Yolanda's amazing. But wait, so tell me more about this concealer. Do you have thoughts on formula and packaging and all of that?
Medium weight, but so for me, like one of the things that bothers me a little bit about YouTube is when we don't talk about what concealer really is for. So like, people are like, oh, like the bags, like blah, blah, so forth and so on. And I'm like, oh no, but the depression, we have to hide the depression eyes. Like that's what we really need to hide. Yeah. That is what needs to be corrected under there. So I want something that, is manageable. I don't need spackle under there. Like as I said before, like for me, I want to enhance what I have. I do like, I don't know if you can see Henry here. Like that's my wrinkle, like going, he's there. I have some age. I have little wrinkles in this. Like I actually like my smile lines. I like smiling with my eyes. It's one of the things that I've learned how to do, the smiles.
Nice.
No.
So it's a way of communicating. It's also a way of indicating who you are and how much wisdom you have. So aging isn't bothering me all of that much. I mean, I want some Botox because Henry gets on my goddamn.
I do too.
But like,
I have no problem with doing the things like doing. There are things I would do. There's no problem with that.
Yeah. Okay. So like Henry, I call Henry Wrinkler. From Henry. showed up like Collins and was like, "Hey,
I am undone.
That's why that's Henry." Give me a bad pun any day. So like that's Henry right there in the middle of my forehead. I would rather he not be there. He's uninvited. But you can see that I'm graying. Like I'm not bothered by it. Like I thought I was going to be. When the first two showed up. I was like, no.
Yeah, because like I would buy your concealer because like I get annoyed. Like so, and people have heard me like bitch about this. When people talk about like, oh, you just do it concealer here. I'm like, okay, that's great if you don't have like fucking hollows. I have a lot of dark-skinned people, a lot of people with richer skin tones. It is hereditary. Like I've had these my entire life. They didn't like it. People will be like, oh, well, you're just not getting enough sleep. I'm like, bitch, I sleep like you would not believe. I take 17 naps. Leave me alone. I'm getting sleep. This is hereditary. So what I want is a concealer so like that will actually like hide this ridge and make me like not look like I haven't slept in 42 days, 43.
No, that darkness under the eyes, it comes from
Hi, Annabelle.
A whole host of things. It really does.
And also face
I do have
people don't think about
where,
face
like,
structure when they talk about like you only need it's like on your face shape. That might be true. Anyway,
don't get me started.
And
don't get me started. There are hacks, like that Black women use to highlight and contour because we don't have the products. So when these men, when these MUAs get on and say you don't need all of that, stop. You're talking about a very specific part of your fan base. The rest of us do have to use those hacks because we don't have the products to help us deal with the different face structure, the different coloring that we have.
Yeah,
issues.
Makeup wasn't made for us. They didn't make that shit
Those
for
hacks
us.
are hacks for
So,
a reason.
it's fine if you are white. This little trick can work for you because for a lot of white people, you don't have these inherent halos that like come with being a melanated person. And this isn't just for Black people. A lot of Latinos have it. And I'm not going to say Latinx because I've been hearing a lot of chatter about that where they're like, well, I'm not Latinx. So a lot of Latinos and a lot of people who are brown have these halos.
But I do have more of the darkness there. It's not the same face.
But you're also
shape.
Palestinian.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. You have that.
Yeah. You have
and
a
I think
different
a lot of
structure.
For sure. Yeah, it's not the same in terms of like, because when you pointed that out for you, Audra, how you have to bring it down because basically it disguises that like that face structure issue where you have that specific hollow. I was like, oh yeah, I see that because it reflects it all out. So it detracts from that like line. It creates a full reflection. Whereas like when you just put it right here, that line there is still going to cast shadows up, but you're basically faking it. Here's what it makes me think of. You remember those like weird sun reflectors that people would lay out with? Like, I feel like you're like putting little sun reflectors at that on that halo mark so that it's reflecting out rather than casting that shadow.
Yeah, because like if you see virtually every Black creator, every Black beauty creator I've ever seen, they still bring concealer out here and like they're not using tons of it, but they're going shoot, 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 and they bring a few lines and then they like blend it out all the way. And most people who have melanin in their skin, they are going to blend this down to the top of their cheekbones. If you are melanated, chances are you also tend to have higher cheekbones, which is another thing that's different about how we conceal. So like my concealer is going to be, that's where that triangle actually comes from, BT dubs. It comes from us.
And then white people y'all are doing it. Like, doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, white people just started doing it. And it was like, and then everybody's like, get rid of the triangle. I'm like, yeah, if you're white, get rid of the triangle. But if you're Black or melanated,
like my cheekbone is right here. That's bone. So like it's right here. It's high up on my face.
Thank you.
And therefore, when I'm trying to brighten in here,
I am making a triangle
and all of that. Like that's what I need to do. So hacks are hacks for a reason. If you're using a hack that you don't need to use, then like maybe the advice is that you don't do it. But saying, you know what, you're doing it wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, the triangle came from Black women and Black men, Black beauty boys. That is where it came from. Look at my face, look at Yolanda's face, and now you will see why the fuck there is a triangle. That's where it came from, because that is the space that we were trying to conceal. If you don't have this, that's why it didn't make sense for you to do that, because now you just have all this extra product. But for me, I don't have extra product. It's concealing exactly what the fuck I needed to conceal.
You're taking it as far as you need it.
Is concealer brought down, and then like, you know, like I use the excess for the rest of my face. I don't have any foundation on. Like that's what I need, you know, that's where I need the correction. So that's where the product goes. So yes.
Can I ask what some of your favorite formulas are? Not that you would be copying those, but like the kind of direction you'd want it to be in.
All the white women's bags, like they've been doing it for us like for decades.
Thank you.
I like, you know, so as far as concealer is concerned,
like like the kind of formula, like
my favorite concealers are, you know, Black women created. So Uoma Beauty. If this,
but I do like the Uoma. Oh, I'm wearing
Uoma and Pat. Those two.
Uoma now.
You know, and Danessa Myricks. I use her foundation as a concealer because
I'm so sad that I got this in the wrong shade. Yanni, I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me? I need this a couple shades later.
Because told you in the chat.
She told me after I already purchased it, bitch.
You were too quick. You were too quick. Quick on the draw.
Yeah, MD27 is what I have. I think I actually need like MD25 to really, because if you look at movies with Black people, she said MD23.
And that's my shade. So like, if you want to go this bright, and 23,
you might be right.
And Pat. So
because like if you look at Black movies, watch a movie with an all Black cast. I am going to tell you, like that whole 2016 Bright Eye again comes from Black women. I am telling you this because every single movie you watch with a full Black cast, you will see this brighter under eye that actually it does look good on them. It doesn't look bad. And the reason it looks good is because the rest of them is so brown, like and like, but if you are not melanated and you're doing that, it looks ridiculous. It just looks ridiculous. So like, you know, maybe stop telling Black women, you know, what we're doing wrong with our makeup, because I'm doing it fine. I don't care that these aren't even. Like my wings don't have to be even. I don't give a fuck.
Nobody should criticize you about that. If they do, I will literally pull out the guillotine. Okay. That's what I just want to say. Guillotine is out. If somebody actually comments on how wings are uneven, whether it's you or Audra or Yolanda or anyone, me, I'm just like, you can literally go die. Okay.
Yes.
And now it's like fuck monetized. That's okay though. Like I'm just like, get the fuck out of my space. Get off the internet. Get away from me in real life if you're in real life. Like no one asked you. It's not a question to be asked. Now, on a happier note, one, I want your concealer, Yolanda, and two, I think my last product,
yes,
I would have to do a shimmer palette. I'm not copying Adept because it would be different, but a palette full of multi-chrome and duochrome shimmers. And because my thing would be multi-chromes again without a black base and duochromes without the dark black base. So like multi-chromes built on a colorful base, multi-chromes built on like a beige or brown base, because I've seen some like lighter, like the iridescent ones, some formulas that are more the way like the Adept, like these Adept ones, like how they have a shiny formula and then how they have like glittery formulas. And
I have 7 of them. I don't have those though.
Like,
I know. Listen, all I want for Christmas is Adept diamond shadows. Jeez.
I don't know. I want to say, I don't know how well they age. I'm not sure. I have to see, because like some of them feel a little thinner than they used to, like in terms of how they apply, like how the pigmentation holds on. Yeah. Like these can like thin out in a way that I didn't quite remember before, but you can also pack them on. So it just kind of depends. But the idea of having a palette that is single eyeshadows that you can remove, but it's a range of different colors, it would basically be a rainbow palette, but it would actually be like textured and interesting and duochromatic. Yes, that, Deja. This is the introvert talking. If you are close enough that you can see my wings are uneven, you need to get the fuck out of my space. And that even includes on YouTube. If you actually can notice that and feel like commenting,
I know, but like,
get
your
away.
wings are uneven, and I'm like, well, so are your
and my
tits.
face
Have
is
a good
uneven.
day.
Like said, the goddess formed us with two different eyeballs. My eyes are not the same. The shape is not the same. They're not set in the same way. So yeah.
And here's what I will tell any of you who have, like, especially if you have two really different shaped eyes, don't try to make them even, because one, it's a miserable experience. But two, if you make them the way that your eyes want to be, most people can't tell that they're uneven, because like your eyes are doing what they naturally want to do. And so you're like, I win.
Yeah. Like texture. Texture is my thing. And it doesn't, I'm okay with a 12-pan palette when I can remove the shadows and make them, like, turn them into singles. But even if it was like a 6-pan or a 8-pan or something, like where it's just a little capture palette.
But
coronavirus. Sorry.
Like, I'm a messy bitch. I love smudging things. I'm a finger painter on my on people are like, oh, how did you do that? I'm like, with my fingers.
This is eyeliner. This is an eyeliner. Yeah. This is like those NYX eyeliners are fucking bomb for smudging. When you're like, I don't really want to like put a shadow here. I don't want to have fallout right now. Like, I don't want to do those NYX liners are bomb for that. You just like kind of go roll, and then you just kind of smudge a little, and you're like, boom, what?
Yeah, I
can't stop doing it now.
It's a hot ass.
The energy right now, my brain is like, I'm just gonna be quiet because I don't know what's going on.
What are you talking about?
Here's what happened.
Emily's line is gonna cost me.
That's what happened.
This shit is real.
Do you remember like TikTok where everybody was like, when this first started, and like every TikTok had coronavirus with Cardi B? Like, oh, I remember that, and that show.
Oh, you don't understand. So you know what I do in my household? Yolanda's a dork. Danessa Myrix. This shit is real. Like, whatever.
This is why I love Yolanda. Okay, this is why I love Yolanda.
I'm dumb.
I can't play with my Danessa. I haven't played with it in a while because like I just wasn't like cream. But I'm gonna try
her face products. I don't love. I know you like Yolanda. I don't. But the color effects I've been enjoying, the cream highlighter I've been enjoying, but the actual cream, the face, the foundation concealer, it was one of the few products that I've tried where I can really feel it sitting on my face, and that is like an instant, like I can't deal with it. Like
I was like,
so for me, like with Danessa Myrix, like the tiniest amount. Like when I like,
I've tried, but I'll have to try it again. I've tried like a little
half a pump with a little bit of moisturizer. I'm like, if you are that person that doesn't have to separate their products,
but like I have the little samples, and I literally for my under eye would do a dot. Like less than.
Okay, so you and your complexion. I would take the video, mix it with the Myrix.
Yeah.
Go to town. I swear by it. Like, I play with.
I will give it a try, but I also don't have the right color. Also, so
okay.
So it's tricky because like I have to mix it, and then But I'm not mad at it. Like I was glad. I'm glad to support a brand that like I feel good about spending money at, and Danessa is definitely one of those brands for me.
Oh, you don't understand. I bought half that line. I like,
I still want her glowy primer. I want her glowy primer. I almost bought it on Black Friday, and then I was like, I still have VDL. Don't do that.
You know what? Stop talking to me.
You know, like maybe
so
I should make a video of the things I did not buy because, like, I wanted so much. There was so much right before Black Friday that I was like, I should put in my cart. I should just go ahead and do it. YOLO, blah blah blah. And I restraint.
Listen, I have a problem because here's what happened. HipDot put out an MCR.
I was assuming,
and I was like, I'm not okay. Like I lost my shit. Like I was like,
okay. You inspired me.
And then I was like looking, and I turned to the side, and I was like, when I was a young boy, my father, like I like went fucking ape shit. Like I saw, I was like, oh.
I have so much highlight on. I'm just like, I added more. I have so much highlight on.
Yeah, I just added Danessa Myricks to this shit. Like, don't look at me.
That's what I'm
like,
adding. Because you were like, oh, I'm gonna add it. I was like, yeah, I have.
But I added it. Now it looks wet. That looks like extra wet. I'm like, oh.
Thanks,
Excuse you.
I'm reading the chat.
Excuse you.
No, like honestly, there's a part of me that's like, oh, you know, be fiscally responsible because I like capital A. I'm old, like, you know. So I have, and I am a type A. As if Isabel is still here, I am a type A personality, organization, budget, everything else like that. But sometimes I'm just like, it's a plague year, y'all. Like, I want to buy it all, and I'm going to.
Here's the thing: is that I still am a strong believer in that. They do. Here's the thing: is like I don't trust the system enough to not think that my money might just go away one day. So why not spend it on things? Then you can't take.
I really do.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. They ain't gonna try to say anything for me. They're not gonna try to do anything.
Of like, you know, like I love my anti-haulers. I love my anti-capitalism people, and I really, really, really love my no-buy people, like that I have on. I treasure. I don't agree with you. Okay, I don't agree with you, and this is as someone like I've been poor.
Yes, that's the thing.
I'm not a cream person, and I like it. It's also a good base for glittery highlighters. Okay, going back to
I can afford to buy shit. My ass is gonna buy the shit.
But I love my cream product. Love my cream products. Yeah. It says play. It says put it on. This is your skin. Like, we're here for you. Yeah. Does it last 10 hours? Absolutely the fuck not. But yeah. Does it go on pretty? Can you fuck up with it? Not really. Like, I love my cream product.
Like that is why my rom-com with me meeting a person who is androgynous and us having to like wash our face. We have to double cleanse before we make out. And then like, there's a whole thing where we're like, oh, who's in charge of this makeup? I don't know. So like that, I can't like, listen, goths and the androgynous we can't do cream like for long periods of time. Cause like this whole thing has to like last. Like we put this on planning to like leave and fuck up the world for the day. Like
I don't
plan
need
is destruction.
My makeup to last for 22 hours. I don't. Some people do, and I acknowledge that. And I'm like, you go, but that's not. It's never been my job function. A lot of like, I've only been in makeup for 3 years, so for me, makeup hasn't been a work function. I wish I knew about it earlier because pretty people get paid more. But like, you know, and people who put that kind of effort in, they just do. It's a fact. Yeah. People who wear makeup, for all of the trash that goes into women who wear makeup, blah blah, they get paid more.
Yeah, so if you wear the right kind of makeup.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to wear the right. Oh, I just wanted to let you know. Yeah. Don't worry about that. I have said this for years, and I finally had it validated that lowercase b, p, c, and d they're the same goddamn letter. I don't give a fuck. Okay, moving on. So sorry. The same letter.
My makeup, you know, for the work that I do, and I don't want to seem not grateful or anything else like that. My makeup does not have to last forever in order for it to do the job that it needs to do. So if I'm in a rush, all cream all the time, like fingies on the face, pat, 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 I'm beautiful.
I will say I kind of did that tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm okay. I'll ask you, Yolanda, because I know Audra hasn't tried it. Have you tried the Patrick Ta cream powder blush duos?
No.
Okay.
And you know why I won't? Some brands like piss me the fuck off.
I played myself with my Sephora order. I tell it like my family
like the initial release. There was no
like Power 28 made me so angry for life.
Oh yeah, so Patrick Ta, that initial release had absolutely nothing for like, you know, and I'm on like, you know, when I guess when people talk about deeper skin tones, that's my channel.
On brand for you.
Yeah, that's my brand. That's my thing. But I'm not the deepest human being in the whole wide world. I am deeper than what a white woman can do, and therefore asked out on a lot of products. So Patrick Ta's.
No, but Audra, did you see the previous comment that came from?
Yes. Like, I did. And that's why I like highlight, because I was like, you know, ovulation is some shit. It turns all of us into like weird horny creatures that cannot control ourselves for like the way that we want to. Yeah. Like, have you ever just worn out your button because you ovulating? Just worn it out to the point where you're like, this
I'm worn it out, but I'm not ovulating. So, you know.
Here's the thing.
Ovulation that
even though you don't necessarily think that you might be, you really could
probably do cycle.
Yes, your hormones are probably still doing the same cycle. You fuck yourself up when you're ovulating and you don't have a partner. You're just like,
but I have no idea, which is the fucked up part. Is sometimes I'm just like, wow, I feel a certain kind of way. I wonder, and then I'll get distracted.
Track your horn dog cycle. Just use the Flow app to track your horn dog cycles. When you're more horn dog,
I know exactly when I'm ovulating because I can feel it.
Like, yeah, but she doesn't.
I can't. I've never had. I've literally never had I had one period in my life.
Yeah, and so for Emily, I think what you should do is start tracking your horn dogs like time, because every person, specifically women, will in fact have very specific times of every month where you horn dog the fuck out, where like everything makes you are having sexy dreams, everything makes you horny, the wind blows, you're like, oh hi wind. Like it's really intense, right? Like your whole body is just attuned to everything. You wake up like, oh, I've got to take care of this. This is why I can't stand straight cis men, because
and it's for like, you.
She has a headache.
And for some women, but not necessarily for everyone.
Yeah, but a lot of women ovulating tend to just be like,
Tauruses right now. I'm like, that's not. But also, I think it's different too because I am asexual, so my horn dog thing is not. It doesn't activate with that same regularity. I don't feel like.
I think you need to track it. Because just track it so that you can kind of pay attention.
There's an egg on its way somewhere trying to do something. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts.
Like I encourage this of everyone, if you are asexual, would not track your horny period, like your horny time.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was a joke or not, but like
I'm just telling you.
I meant to send you something.
Start tracking that shit because I'm telling you, you will start finding a pattern. Emily, you will start to find a pattern.
I will try.
Yeah, next year I will try. It's the year of the Aquarius. Like, you know, so apparently that's supposed to be your emerald year. That's where you're supposed to do all of the things. Do I know what I'm talking about as far as astrology is concerned? Absolutely the fuck not. But I read an article about it and I meant to send it to you, T, but I was working. Oh no.
Battery. Well, we've been on for almost 2 hours.
I was just gonna say, I feel like this blush might be patchy, and I'm mad about it because everyone's like, "It's amazing," and I can't get them to work together. When I put the powder on top of the cream, it sticks down in weird ways. If I put the cream on top of the powder, so overhyped. Save Yolanda. I think she's coming back. We can come back for a goodbye.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Oh. I like how I just like I'm like, oh, like I didn't just like
I
full on
refuse
hardcore
to
belt.
for Audra put the anger in me. I'll just say that about that brand. So I'm not the lip glosses, the blushes, because I have plenty of shit. I don't need that brand.
Literally, the only way I would fuck with their shit is if they sent it to me for free, and even then, I'm gonna side eye it.
Then I kind of want you to just wear it on camera as a
rage.
That's a piece of art. Anyway, yeah, I think this is overrated. I'm not sure if I have Sephora regrets.
Expensive. I feel like everybody's just pushing it because they made money off of it, and so they were pushing it. Like I'm like, make your bag.
That we're not making money off of it that love it, but that because that's it wasn't that because like
there were
I had in real life recommendations, and now I'm like I have regrets.
I saw that shit.
Anyway, we have been on for almost 2 hours, and we do have
for me to make a snack for myself.
Yeah,
and
I
also
need to.
I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
Actually, I will probably be live tomorrow, and I'll give you all a heads up. I wasn't planning on it, but I have not filmed or edited for tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to have the energy to do that. But I got my Cleona order in today that I got. I
want my Cleona order. I'm waiting for it. We did the same thing, Emily, right? Like ordered on the last day before they closed up shop. Yes.
So I think
I did the same thing. I'm waiting on mine. It hasn't gotten here yet. I'm like,
yeah, because I'll be live tomorrow with Linda of Glitter Fallout at 6 p.m. I'm really excited about that. We're going to be talking about rock shit. Yeah, I want to see it.
I'm going to try to go live earlier. I will post something on the channel as soon as I get my shit together. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that so that then I can just film and edit for the rest of for Saturday, Sunday after that. So like I said,
support Emily, subscribe.
And subscribe
support
to Yolanda.
Subscribe.
You haven't even talked about
Help
this.
me have
I will be on either on or before the 14th, but I am doing a 12 days thing where I will have 12 days of things.
I ordered in
listen. I have a video for the brand existed. You know what? I've been waiting on a lot of makeup all year long. Starting the start of 2020, Yolanda's been waiting on makeup. She pre-ordered a whole lot of shit, and it took months and months to get here. But you know what? It's worth it.
I ordered on October 2nd.
Terrence Williams Designs.
Yes, Terrence Williams Designs, amazing. I ordered on October 2nd and got it on December 10th. That is what it is. It is life. Shipping was actually quicker than I expected.
Alex, what are you talking about? Lick and scribble.
Like and subscribe, but okay. Lick and scribble.
Yes, like everybody.
I was talking about ovulation, so lick and scribble
to everyone.
And other things. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for being amazing.
Thank you for having me. Okay, so I didn't want to say this. Wait. Don't jump off yet.
I won't. No.
Okay. I love you guys.
Yolanda, you got 35 seconds before I need to smoke this motherfucking cigarette.
Okay, I just wanted to say, this is, the thing that I look forward to. Seeing Emily and Audra online every day. Life is hard right now. It's hard for everyone for different reasons in different spaces. See, I knew I was going to be a cry bitch, so I didn't do this in the beginning. I want to say
I had a feeling it was coming, but I'm still I
am so grateful because honestly, this isn't about growing my channel or doing anything else like that. This is about spending time with people who really, really matter to me, who support me, who support their whole entire community. You guys are doing the most, and you need to hear it every day. Every hour in the hour, how much you are helping your community grow and love and live. Okay. I want to say that.
Let me just get these underwear up on my face, girl.
Yes. I love you. I love you the most.
These are actually underwear. Don't think I'm kidding. These are underwear.
I actually don't know if I would like be continuing to do the thing that I'm doing without you. Literally, this is not like me just being like, you have been like silently and vocally supporting like beyond I could ever imagine. Like from a very early on, like there was some silent, like I'm gonna say some silent like CASHAPP notifications where I was just like, what the fuck is this Yolanda?
No one was supposed to know about that.
It's not the money. It's not just the money. It's not the money. It's not the money, but it's the support, because I understand where you're coming from and why you do what you do. But more than anything, it's been getting to know you as a person beyond any of that. It's getting to know you through Marco Polo and through the community and through the podcast. Again, Sis Haven, y'all need to go follow and listen. It's such a good podcast. It's so good. I can't wait.
I don't have any more space on these underwear. Like, stop it.
No,
these are underwear. I'm not kidding.
I mean, like, I was so messy yesterday. I was so messy, and I was like, fuck, I hate doing this. But it was something that had to be done because I have a hard time making friends. I have a hard time with people. I have a hard time connecting in general. And the fact that you guys are so open and so welcoming, it's so caring. You're cultivating a community. You're growing people. Like, I'm on YouTube now, something that I wanted to do, but like I was just like, like I'm all right. I'm comfortable. I don't need to do this. So like, why bother? The encouragement, the support, the love, the cheerleading from, like, you don't have to take time out of your day to deal with me. You don't. You don't. And the fact that you do, it's so much. It's so much. You're out here saving lives, to be perfectly honest. One day I will talk about it in a long form type of thing. I'm a writer. I have been taking my notes, but I wanted to say here, when I have a problem with gratitude culture, but this is what I'm grateful for. This means something to me. This has value to me. It is often the highlight of my day or sometimes my week when I have to catch up. This is what it is. And so I wanted to say thank you with everything that I have in me for the things that you do. It's true. I mean every word of it. I don't like I was saying, my game is that I don't have any game. So what I love, I really, truly, truly love. And this means more than you could possibly ever know. Thank you.
I was doing so well.
I saved it for the end because I was like, you know what? I look good. So like,
Yolanda, I love you. I love you beyond words. I'm about to press the outro because Audra's going to lose everything if I don't.
Yeah, I will escape from the stream.
Make sure you subscribe to Yolanda's channel and podcast and share all the love on social media, however which way you can. Go leave comments and shit on her videos so people will go find her, and we'll keep making her do these video things. Love you all. Bye.